Alright everybody, I am going to be talking to you guys about Fortnite. So I am a Twitch streamer and I do stream Fortnite PVE on a pretty regular basis. I will not be talking about Battle Royale, I will not be talking about any of that stuff, strictly the save the world portion of the game and explaining what I know. This is all going to be done in one take, so some of the scenes might be a little bit off or whatever, because I'm not going to edit them or anything like that. I'm literally just going to show you guys stuff step by step, how I'm doing it and everything, and try to explain stuff. This is mainly for some of my friends that's been asking questions. I will be drinking a drink, but I did put a can cover over it. However, if you know that kind of drink, you can obviously tell what kind it is. I'm hiding it because I am not sponsored by them, even though I reached out to them. Okay, but that's beside the point. So I'm going to be going over squads on Fortnite and some other small stuff on Fortnite that I keep trying to explain to people. So I want to be able to explain it to my friends. So I will be turning off my webcam during the explaining part, so that way I can try to let you guys see in full picture everything that's going on. Alright, so let me get this moved over here real quick so that way I can see. And let's switch to Fortnite and let's take off all the little stuff that I have added to the scene here, just so that way you guys only have to look at what's going on. Okay, so the launch screen here, if you guys are having trouble when you click launch, a little pop-up comes up and it says not found on E blah blah blah. The quick fix to that is to insert a thumb drive and select that thumb drive as that drive, whatever it's saying it's looking for, and then completely close your game and relaunch it, even close it in the taskbar and relaunch it, and then it'll fix that for you guys. Alright, so let's get into the game real quick. Alright, we're gonna launch the game. Sorry for the delays and whatnot from launching and everything, but I'm gonna go step by step on everything that's going on. As you can see what patch we're currently on during the explaining of this video, in case we're no longer on that patch. Once you get to Caney, this is what your missions will look like. There'll be no longer any story from Ray of what's going on. It's literally complete 3 missions of a blah zone, and you'll learn to hate the whack-a trolls and everything like that. Okay, so we're going to start with squads. These are my current squads of how I have everything set up, and as you can see I am currently 63 in power. Okay, for the sake of this explanation, I am going to actually get rid of all the I'm going to retire all the ones that I'm not using, which is probably a bad idea, but for the sake of the video I'm going to do it. As you can see, because this one has a heart on it, I cannot retire it, but I'm going to take away all the hearts. I'm going to retire these just for the sake of this video, which I'm not going to get rid of the legendary just because he's a legendary and I'm not using him, but I am going to get rid of all these other ones that I am not using just for the sake of this video. And I want to show you guys something else real quick about these while I'm doing this. Let me make sure I got all those hearts okay for these, and these are only level 10, so it's not that big a deal. That's my dog, I'm sorry. You guys will probably hear him pretty often during the video. So one good thing about retiring anything that's rare or higher is you get the training manuals. You do not get the training manuals if you use it as a transform or anything like that. You only get it if you retire or recycle, whatever you want to call it, the people once they're rare or higher. So keep that in mind. If you need those manuals, you want to retire something of rare, which is blue, or higher quality. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and retire those, just so that way we only have what's here. Alright, and then to go over this briefly, my squads are not exactly the way I want them yet, just because I don't have the exact personalities to match the stuff. So as you can see here, I don't get a bonus from these two. I'll talk about that in a minute. But because I have 3 of the melee, so it says down here, melee damage bonus, matches 3 of 3. Because I have 3 of those slotted, I get this melee damage bonus plus 5%. So if I don't have 3 of those characters with the exact same set bonus, I do not get that bonus damage. Okay? And then next thing you should know is the personality. So the personality of whatever your lead is, your lead needs to match its role. So make sure that the lead match is Doctor. Starting out, this is not that big of a deal to throw your highest one you have in there and keep rolling, but like as soon as you reach higher zones, you're going to want to match those as much as possible, and then match your personality alongside that. However, starting out, it's not that big a deal. You want your highest power in each slot to try to represent the same thing. So with personality matches, you can see that they get a bonus. So the blue represents that it's getting a bonus because the personality matches the lead. However, if I click on this character and investigate, you can see that this is only a 58. So I am getting 5 extra power just because it matches the lead. So that's what I'm saying when I'm telling people that you want to try to match your personality with your lead, because you get a bonus from it. So you want to make sure you do that. See, we're not getting a bonus from this chick because her personality does not match. I have not been able to get that type of personality yet with melee to be able to match that. So that's the reason that doesn't match yet. Okay, another thing that I want to point out later on, doesn't matter right now because I only have 5 slots, but you would want one of the types that has 3 and then 2 of the types that have 2. So one of the types that has 2 would be a shield bonus because it matches 2. So you'd want like a shield bonus here and a health bonus here, something like that. But however you do it, you can mix these up however you want, and by mixing these up, it completely changes your level. See, my level has already dropped down to 62 because I don't have these in these slots. So what I wanted to show you guys is I wanted to completely remove all of these and mix them all up, so that you can see that my power bonus will not be the same if I mix these up a different way. So like you can mix and match all of these however you want, and you're not going to get the same bonus because of that. Alright, something else I wanted to show you, that was a legendary lead. So this one here is a mythic lead. I'd only have 2 mythic leads, so I can't show you guys on a whole different scale. But as you can see here, I have the shield regeneration bonus, and I have the health bonus going on here instead of the 3-2 combo. But on this one, what I want to show you is this character and this character are the exact same characters. However, the personality is different. So you can see here that even though this is a 27, if I match this one with this mythic, it goes to 25 because the personalities doesn't match. With a mythic, if the personalities do not match, you get downscaled on your actual power that you're going to get from that character. So you want to make sure that these match as much as possible. Alright, and then the higher the power you are, the higher all of that works. Alright, so let's put this character back where he was. One, where are you? I already lost what I was doing here. Just hit cancel. But alright, so I'm gonna fill this back out real quick. I was going to take all of these out and show you guys, but if you guys want me to do that, I'll do that in another video. I like to line them up in order so that way I can see their match. And these two do not match just because I just threw these in because these are my highest levels. But another thing I wanted to go over for people is the defenders. So on your defender slots here, once you've went over level 10, you can pretty much take them out of there because you're not going to use them until maybe they come out with something later on where you go past 10. But currently there's no reason to have those slots after you've reached level 10 in that shield. Okay, so there's different shield defenders and mission defenders. So anything that you unlock in this shield here, like I have the gunslinger unlocked. So the gunslinger I can use in my Canny Valley Storm Shield, my Canny Valley Storm Shield, nobody else's but just mine. I can go in Canny Valley Storm Shield and I can place this gunslinger, this exact gunslinger, has to be this guy, in a defender pad while defending my Canny Valley Storm Shield along with mission defenders. And the reason I say mission defenders is because the mission defenders are these guys right here. These are your mission defenders. As you can see, I really love Bruzy. I really use Bruzy on any mission that I'm capable of. I finally got this legendary guy right here, so I'm really happy about him. So being able to use those ones that you add in the shield, in the squad thing, you're able to have one more player, well, even though it's an AI, in the mission with you to defend your storm shield, which is really important. Hey, keep it down, I'm trying to talk. Which is really important because then you have more fighting going on and you can move that around and whatnot. Alright, next thing I'm going to talk about is the squad bonus here. So not only do you got to level up your primary, which I have Ramirez here, which I really love. You have to level up your squad as well. Each squad gives a different kind of bonus, and you can see that bonus if you look on here and go to bonuses. You can see what they're going to get, and as you can see, this is a support squad bonus. So you have the support and you have the tactical. I like to think of them as your left one and your right one, just because it's easy to identify when you are picking something to replace it. So you're looking for one of the right ones, so you'd look at all of the stuff on the right as what to replace them with. So you want to be able to pick the best bonus for the character that you're playing with. This was the best one that I had at the time, which is the melee increases movement speed by 3%, and it works on all classes. So that's the reason I leveled them up. So you want these to be the same level as your primary, because that will add to your overall power as well. So that's something really good to know as well. If you guys need me to talk more about that, you can let me know. Another thing that I really wanted to show you guys is transform keys. The only reason I have so many right now is because my viewers and fan base actually donated for me to upgrade to the latest package, where I get this baby right here, which is my favorite transform key, because I can turn any garbage that I have, whether it be guns or whatever, I can turn that into a survivor. Now on this screen you need to know that whatever it says that you need, which it's going to go up as you get to it, the power of that is at the bottom. So example, you throw this 40 in there, it tells you that you need 10 more to be able to get to rare. Well, actually 10 more to be able to get to epic. And then you use people. Now, something very important about the people, the way that you get more people is you save survivors in missions. So you don't let them die, you save them. No matter what your mission is, if you can, you save the survivors, because the survivors gives you more people. People are required to be able to do these transforms, which allows you to move XP from one thing to another, which one of the best things to move XP from is your heroes, because the heroes, if you move that XP over, let's see, who do we have here? We have, let's get rid of base Kyle. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take base Kyle. He's 80, it takes 76 to be able to get the max epic here. As I was telling you guys earlier, you don't get the manual if you use them in the transform key. So if you need the manual, don't do this. I don't have the 50 people, so I'm sorry I can't transform it. I was going to transform it for you guys, but I need to save more people. I already burnt through all my people, so you got to save more survivors. Alright, so the next thing that I wanted to go over with you guys is the skills. So I did go way overboard beforehand, thinking that I would have enough skill points to go through all the skill trees just by getting the XP. However, I found out that I was wrong, and there is an XP cap. Once you reach that XP cap, then you are subject to only get more skill points by putting in the collection book and blah blah blah, stuff like that. So I didn't know that. Always make sure you collect your research points as well. Okay, so there's stuff on the skill tree that you could potentially skip, but that is up to you. Like I was saying, the defender slot is not important after you finish 10. A lot of people don't even use their defenders, so they would not want to purchase this slot, which saves them 1 skill point for going into the tree, which is really important because the trees have a lot of valuable stuff in them that you're going to want to purchase. Another thing that some people do not ever use, which would be of importance to skip if you're not going to use it, is the transform keys, which I was just talking about. This one is the survivors one, so if you want to turn your junk into survivor XP, this would be the one you would use. However, if you don't plan on using it, do not unlock it. That way you can keep those points for something else. However, it does take 3 points from here to be able to put it into skill tree 3, 2 skills here to be able to put it into skill 2. So that's something else to remember as well. The other thing a lot of people do not use is the expeditions. So the expeditions would be something you could skip. So these 2 skills here you'd be able to skip. This one you'd be able to skip. So that would give you another skill point in tier 3. So that's something really good to know, because you're not going to be using a lot of this stuff. So like why waste the points on it? You hardly ever see anybody using the airstrike once you get into canny and twine. So it's great for early starting on, but it starts to die out later on, which is not something you're going to know about, and you can't re-roll these. There was talk about possibly letting you reset these, but that hasn't been set yet. So that's my short tip on this here. So being able to do that. Alright, next thing is the research tier trees. What you want to do when you're doing a research tier tree is you want to try to go straight for the squad slot. Once you go to the squad slot, move to a different side and then head straight for that squad slot. I have enough to purchase this, so I'm going to purchase this and head for this squad slot. And you want to try to move along through the tier trees as fast as you possibly can, because you get more just by purchasing in the next slot. However, you have to have I think it was 25 in this slot. I can't really check anymore, but if somebody wants to comment down below how many you need to move to each slot to help out others, that would be awesome. But basically you need 25 slots into this before you can move to the next one. You don't need to purchase everything in here. However, these are time based, but if you think about the time that you're going to spend in gathering up these researches points, and you have to log in every day to be able to get these research points, otherwise you're not able to collect because you can only hold so much. So if you think about it, you're getting 163 per hour and you can only hold 4,000. That's roughly a day and a half, 2 days maybe. So if you don't log in for that time, this overfills and then you're wasting research points because you're not getting them. But there's some stuff in here that you don't really need to get, like if you're not going to be transforming stuff, you don't want to unlock the transforms that's in tier 2 in the top corners, because if you're never going to use that, then use that research point somewhere else. I wasn't thinking when I did mine, and I had no one to explain this stuff to me, so I had no idea what I was doing. I was going off trial and error, so that's what I was being able to do. Alright, next thing you want to know is the collection book. The collection book, you want to be able to place stuff in here as you don't need it anymore. The reason I say that is you don't need it anymore. You don't want to put stuff in here like my legendary survivor is able to be put in here. I don't want to put him in here because I still plan on using him. What you put in here is in here for good. You can't take it out. You can't do anything like that for it. However, there is something you can do to it. So remember, I was saying later on that this collection book is going to be the only way that you're going to be able to get more skill points. So with the collection book, you can use, for an example, we're going to use Banji here as an example. I already placed Banji in the slot. Banji is a level 1. So once I'm in the later stages and I need more skill points and I want to focus on this more, if you're one of those nice people that help on storm shield defenses that come up in the global chat, you can use the hero XP, because you get a lot of hero XP for doing those to help people. You can use those to come in here and select your collection item and level up that collection item, which in turn levels up your book. So leveling that up, even though it's already placed in here, levels my book up, and then I'm able to get to whatever that is. So the one that I'm gonna probably be leveling up first is the heroes, because they're the easiest to get the XP for, my opinion, my personal opinion. Okay, so you want to make sure that you don't put anything in here that you're going to be using. So I did not know that at the start, and I was putting weapons and stuff in here thinking that it was the weapon. However, it was not the weapon, it was the semantic. In this game, you cannot repair anything. You cannot repair any of your weapons. You have to completely remake that weapon. So you level up the semantic for it, and the semantic for it is how you level it up and make it better. The main thing that you're going to want is the energy type. The energy type is effective against all elemental types. So that's the one that you're going to want. So if you can get that one, then you're set. Alright, speaking of elemental types, one of the things that I wanted to mention about elemental types is the elemental types actually makes a huge difference. Because if it pops up in the game and says you're facing fire mobs or whatever, it only comes up in a short amount of time inside the game. So I don't know if I can show you guys that. I'll try to go into like Stormwind here. Let me make sure that my game is on friends only, so that way I don't mess up anybody else's game. Let's go into here real quick. It's not going to tell me any kind of elemental types or whatever. However, I'm just going in here just to show you guys some other stuff while I'm in the game, and so you guys have something else to look at while I'm in here. While I'm at this screen, you click this screen, and this is how you select your gadgets. Glow field is one of the ones that's like mainly used later on, but these are all the gadgets that I have unlocked. You unlock these in the skill tree, but this is how you get those gadgets unlocked if you're in the early starts. And then you can show your backpack or not show your backpack or do all of that stuff. But yeah, so I just got an invite from a friend to go to a game, so I'm going to go to that game. Maybe I can show you guys on there. But one of the things I wanted to tell you guys is the elemental types. The elemental types that you need to know about facing is if you're facing a firestorm, you don't want to build out of wood. You'd want to build out of brick or metal because fire kills wood faster. And then for brick, you don't want to build out of brick if you're facing water storm, because the water will destroy brick faster. And then you don't want to build out of metal if you're facing a nature storm, because nature will destroy metal faster. That's pretty much it for this video. If you guys have any other questions, you can let me know in the comments below. But that's it for now. Thank you all so much for watching the video. I hope that the video was helpful for you guys. I hope that helps you guys out. I am Print USMC. You can find me on twitch.tv/PrintUSMC. If you have any questions or whatever, let me know in the comments below and I'll try to answer them for you. Alright everybody, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Bye!